Hello and welcome to the Swing and Bunt podcast, hashtag BuntPodPicks episode. This is week 6 of the NFL season that we'll be previewing for you today. We have myself, Jake Vossen, Mac Allen. I almost called you Mac Jones, and James Martin.
I'll take it.
The three of us will be walking through the next 16. Actually, there are not. This is the first week we don't have 16 games. This is our first week of buys. So we'll be walking through each game and making our picks against the spread this week, where you can then comment below, if you're watching this on YouTube, your picks for this week for a chance to win $20 if you beat us this week. And if you have a higher overall record at the end of the year, you can get $100 from us. And if we get enough participation, who knows, that prize might go up if we get some more ad revenue.
Ad reads.
Well, cough, ad reads, Josiah, cough. Guy will not give me an ad for his company. But yeah, so last week, Mac, congratulations on the win with 11 out of 16 correctly predicted. Only ones you got wrong were Broncos versus Pittsburgh, Packers versus Cincy, Philly at Carolina, and Indianapolis at Baltimore. I got second place with 10 wins. None of our listeners really showed up this week.
Nope.
So sorry. We had quite a few people participate, but the best listener only had 7. So sorry. Did you check YouTube comments as well, Mitchell or Mac?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we will be moving in to week 6.
The Bengals Cincy was a push, so nobody won that. Or the Bengals Packers.
Didn't you predict a push?
I did, but I changed it. It was the Jets Falcons. I put push, and then before I published it, I changed it.
Which one was the push? I'm sorry.
Jets Falcons.
Jets Falcons was a push.
No, the push was the Packers game.
Packers Cincy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving into week 6. So we only have how many games this week?
14.
14. No, 15. 15 games. Oh no, you're right. 14. I'm sorry, 14. You're correct. 14 games. I miss subtracted. As a math teacher, that's not something we generally like to do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share our screen. We'll get through this and we'll move on. So screen 2. There we go. All right. So today, or actually tomorrow, if you're listening to this, it's probably today, Thursday. This show being recorded on Wednesday. So Tampa Bay at Philly, is that our Thursday night game?
I think so.
Okay. Maybe it is.
It is, without a doubt.
Typically,
100%.
this is an order. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tampa Bay at Philly. Tampa Bay is favored by -7. What do you guys take on this? What are your thoughts on this game?
I think that the Bucs defense is bad, and that the Eagles are not great, at least. The Eagles have been putting points up, and they're at home, so I'm gonna go Eagles on this one.
You think the Eagles just cover the spread?
Just cover the spread.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me. I think the Bucs are a much better team, and holy crap, Tom Brady went nuts last week. Over 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. I don't know that the Eagles can keep up with that. What do you think, James?
Every week I go against the big spreads and take the underdog. And this is one of those trap games, I feel like, where it's easy just to say Tampa Bay, but the Eagles have potential to put up big numbers. At the same time, they have potential to do absolutely nothing. So it's really hard game to
predict this year.
Both teams are. Even Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay can just have a bad game, just like it's nothing, and then go off for 50 points.
Yeah, I mean, that Patriots-Bucs game was like 13-10, right?
Yeah, something stupid.
Well, I mean, it was also pouring rain the whole time, too.
Maybe it'll rain
a
on
huge
Sunday.
Difference.
Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to predict this one. This is a tough one for me. So who are you
Gronk.
going with, James?
I'll go
No
Buccaneers.
Gronk, yeah. I'm sitting right at 500 on the year. That sucks. I guess it's better than being Toby or Mitch, 29 and 36.
Mitch didn't even, he did one game last week.
Yeah.
He only entered one in.
Yeah, he said Rams. I called him out like 4 times to do it.
He just want to put it in. It takes you 5 seconds. Wow. So now he's way behind. Good job, Mitch.
He's still only 2 behind.
All right, I'm taking for my first
that's
game.
Pretty bad.
I have to pick one. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay on this one.
Okay.
All right. The next game is in London. This previous London game was actually pretty entertaining last week. Miami at Jacksonville. We're going to have Jacoby Brissett versus Trevor Lawrence. Miami's favored by 3.5. So there's no really home point favorite here. What are you guys thinking?
Both these teams are bad. I think it will be a 3-point game, honestly. So I will pick the Jaguars just because both teams are so bad that I think it's going to be like probably 36 to like 39 or something like that, something high.
You think
just
there's
because
that much?
Both defenses are so bad.
Yeah. Remember when Mitch thought they were going to win like 13 games?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to take Jacksonville. I think they might get their first win of the season this year. They've been getting progressively less awful, it looks like. And Miami just isn't the competent full team that we thought that they might be. So I take the Jaguars here.
Yeah, who we thought they were.
I'm also going to go with the Jaguars. And I think it'd be
who we thought they were.
hilarious if like this is their only win and they actually never win in the US.
They don't get a single win in the United States.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
They played well they played in London more than anyone.
They actually have
well
quite a following over there.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But yes, you're correct. They do usually play well over there. But it's totally a different team, though. I mean, they barely have any of the same players they had last time they were in London.
Do you think they leave Urban Meyer in England?
I think they should.
You know,
it's really go eat at your restaurant.
It's really picking up traction that he's trying to get fired. There are a lot of people that are starting to think that that's what's happening. I don't know. I highly doubt that. Cincinnati at Detroit. Cincinnati's favored by 3.5. Detroit has covered. I wish I knew the numbers exactly, but Detroit has been covering a lot. And so has Houston.
Is Burrow playing for sure?
I haven't heard that he's not.
I mean, he couldn't even talk or breathe right. He had to go to the hospital.
I know he was in the hospital for that throat thing, but he played through the whole game. I imagine it's one of those things like you recover from okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw today that he was practicing.
Well, in that case, I will go the Lions. I'm just kidding. Bengals.
I'm gonna Google it because if he's not gonna play, I'm not picking them.
Yeah, I would definitely pick the Lions if he doesn't play.
Let's see.
Hope to show the whole world. I like it.
Sorry, I have it on the wrong monitor. Let's see. Burrow health status.
Probably questionable would be my guess.
Okay. Let's see. According to Sporting
Joe
News.
Mixon's questionable.
Yeah.
Who?
Joe Mixon.
He's gonna be questionable probably all year.
It's not showing up on the Bengals thing.
Yeah, it looks like he's expected to play.
All right, I will choose the Bengals then.
Okay. I'm gonna choose the Bengals as well, especially Mixon played last week, Mac. So limited. So he didn't sustain any new injuries. So I'd expect him to play probably at full capacity this week. So I'm gonna go Bengals. No, you know what?
Oh, good grief.
You know what? I took Jags in the last one. I'm just gonna take Bengals. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard. The 3.5s are hard for me when it's two teams that I don't really have a lot of faith in.
I like the home teams when it's close like this. So I'm gonna go Lions.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not a bad call.
Except their fans hate them more than any other fans.
You know,
hate them.
the Lions are also 0-5.
Yeah.
You know,
mostly I'm thinking they saw their coach cry last week.
Did he cry?
Motivate him.
Did he actually cry?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
In the press conference. Did you guys see that?
No.
He keeps talking about how he hates how they keep losing the way they keep losing.
Yeah. And then he's like,
maybe you should get ahead a little more than 3 points.
He was like, we have some dogs out there.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit in this one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was it because you saw him
it's just because they're 0-5. And I it's so rare that teams go 0-6. Statistically.
Well, there's going to be at least two teams going 0-6 this week.
Not the
I also don't think
Lions
Cincinnati's good.
They're not good. They're just I don't think they're bad either though.
They're 3-2, so they have to be doing something right.
Okay, Houston at Indy. Indy's favored by 9.5. I'm taking Houston this one.
I think Houston wins this game probably, or it's very, very close. So I will go win.
But Houston has covered so much.
Who did Houston beat week 1?
I don't remember.
Continue on. I'll look it up.
Okay.
James, they covered against almost every game except for that one game they just got destroyed. Was the Bills? Yeah. Besides the Bills, they've covered I think almost every other game. James, who are you taking? Texans and Mac?
I'm gonna go Colts.
Colts. Okay. Minnesota at Carolina. Minnesota's favored by 1. Minnesota are they 1-4?
How did they get the favorite?
1-5.
No, this is week 6.
No, they're gonna lose. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, you think so?
No, I have no idea.
I could see a bounce back for Darnold here. This game really depends on how much if Cook plays or not. To me, even though Madison had a good game, I think Cook just makes that much of a difference.
Cook practiced today, so
okay. Yeah,
I think he's gonna play.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota on this one. I think they win by more than a point.
I'm going Carolina.
Yeah, you would, them being at home.
I will be going the Panthers as well.
Green Bay at Chicago. Green Bay favored by 4.5. Green Bay.
This
The
should be a
Packers
good
have
game.
had, I don't think it'll be a good game. They've had Chicago's number Rodgers' entire career. I don't see that stopping now. I'm taking the Packers in this one to win by 10 plus.
I was
No David
listening to
Montgomery.
the radio today. Actually, Williams has been doing just as good as Montgomery has. Fun fact for you. But on a different note, the reason why the Bears beat the Raiders last week is because they ran the ball and they kept the ball out of Justin Fields' hands basically and depended on their defense. Saying all that, I still think the Packers win by more than 4.5, but I feel
That's
like
all we needed. Next.
I feel like it's a little trap pick, honestly, because if they just run the ball, they run it successfully, which Green Bay's defense is awful,
Yeah.
and keeps Aaron Rodgers off the field.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know why me and Mitch and who else was on the show? Was it you, Mac?
Last week?
This past week. Me, Mitch, and
Yeah, for this?
no, just the regular show.
No, I wasn't on there.
Who was you? Were you on, James? Sunday?
Yeah, it was just me and Mitch. Didn't you join?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I mean, how much do you think Gruden had to do with why they lost that game?
I think
feel like
it's
it's
pretty high.
We'll see. All right, Chargers at Baltimore. This should be a fun game. Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert.
What I would do?
I would bet the over. Baltimore's favored by 3. I'm taking the Chargers. I know they're going to be in Baltimore, but I mean, the Colts almost beat them. The Colts took them to overtime. If the Colts are taking them to overtime
That's true.
Baltimore, I'm taking the Chargers to beat them, or at least lose by less than 3.
I think this is the second hardest game to predict.
I mean, the winner, sure, but the spread. I mean, if it was Chargers 3, I may be able to pick Baltimore, but all the Chargers have to do is win or lose by less than 3, or even they can lose by 3. I don't know. I just feel like I don't see Baltimore winning by 3 or more points, or more than 3 points.
If Baltimore plays like they did in their last game, I could see it very much being.
If Baltimore plays like they did in the fourth quarter.
If you look at the end of the day, in 10 years, Jake, you're going to look at the score of that game. You ain't going to remember a blessed thing about that game.
I promise you, because of what that game did to me in fantasy football, promise you, I will remember.
The normal person, no.
That game destroyed me in so many leagues.
What are you doing, Mac?
What am I choosing? I do like the home field advantage. Both of the quarterbacks played really well last week.
Yeah, they did.
So I guess who has the better defense is my question.
It's about the same, probably.
Yeah, probably pretty similar. These teams are very evenly matched. I think that Herbert's the better team,
Ravens.
And Herbert has more weapons as well. I mean, he has a better running back. He has better receivers. The only thing he doesn't have that's better is a running quarterback and a tight end. So, and Herbert can run.
I'm gonna go with my head as opposed to my heart. My heart says Chargers. My head says Ravens.
How's your head say Ravens?
Fan?
Because I'm not a Chargers fan. I just love watching them play. I love the team. It's fun to watch.
I mean, Lamar Jackson's pretty fun to watch too.
Yeah, that's he's nuts. Him and Kyler Murray are so fun to watch.
He had like a 20-second run on
where he went
Sunday,
back and forth and
Monday,
they got like
Monday.
7
got like
yards.
3 yards.
Oh no, okay.
He barely moved the ball upfield, but he ran probably like 50 or 60 yards. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Okay. What'd you say? You're going with Ravens?
Yes.
Rams at the New York Giants. Rams are favored on the road by 10.5 points.
Give me the Rams and 20.
Mike Glennon is likely to start. I can't imagine that Daniel Jones is clearing concussion protocol by then. Saquon Barkley likely is also out for several weeks. Kenny Galladay looks like hot doo-doo.
He's out. He hurt his knee.
Oh, is he out actually?
I don't know for sure, but his knee was pretty messed up.
Kadarius Toney. Do we think that he is punished because of how he acted last week? We don't know.
Has anything yet.
Nothing's happened yet, but the team may decide, yeah, you're not getting the carries you get because of what you did. Or I mean, not going to get the touches. I think that'd be pretty stupid considering how well he did play.
Can't
this
afford
past
to
week.
not let him play.
Yes, I agree, Mitch. Nice to see.
Unless they want to get the number 1 pick, then they could 100% afford him not to play.
Yeah, maybe they told him to punch him.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, go push that guy real quick.
We need to lose, and you are doing too well. So yeah, I this is one of the best bets for me. I think that the Rams win by 10 plus easily. They might be.
Hopefully it's 10.5 plus.
They could be up 10-0 or 14-0 in the first quarter. I think the Rams go all over these guys.
I'll also go with Rams.
I mean, their defense is so bad. Stafford, when he's against good D's, he's struggled in times, but he's not playing good D this week, so I expect him to go off.
The Giants are not a good D.
Mitch, you want to make your picks real quick to catch up?
I'll take the Rams, and I'll go. I'll wait for Mac to be ready. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers, obviously. Packers. Yep. I'll take Panthers for the Vikings game. I'm gonna take Indianapolis. I think they'll cover. I'm actually gonna take Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a no-brainer. And I'm gonna take Jacksonville actually.
Mitch just put a lot of thought into this. He just literally said the first name and went with it.
Mitch just said I'm gonna take Jacksonville. Actually, like it's a big deal.
He's keeping it flowing.
And Tampa Bay.
Okay, awesome. We were talking about how
I thought about just taking the Vegas line for the rest of the year, but
what do you mean the Vegas line?
whoever favored to win.
Oh, whoever's favored to beat the spread.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're just saying Tampa Bay, Miami, Cincy, Indy, Minnesota, Green Bay, Baltimore, Rams. Is that what you did?
I took Jags. I took the Jags.
Only one you win against. Yep. Okay. We were talking about how disappointing the Dolphins have been. Even despite Tua, I still think we expect them to be a better overall team. So, yeah, I know you did for sure. But yeah, Patriots and Dolphins are both 2-3 right now. So,
I put my money where my mouth was on the Dolphins and regretted it.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We got Kansas City at Washington. Kansas City favored by 7. This is an interesting game. I think the Chiefs come back big time this week.
Now, the Chiefs have not covered a spread, and I don't think this whole season.
No, they have not. They've been favored in every game. They've lost 3.
All games but 1.
2-3.
They're 2-3.
2-3? Oh.
Yeah. They beat the Browns and they beat
Bengals.
Did they play the Bengals?
No.
Did they beat the Browns? Yeah, they beat the Browns week 1. I forget who else they beat.
They lost.
Are you sure they had 2 wins?
They lost the Chargers. They lost to.
No, because I remember tweeting. I said,
"Oh, they lost the Chargers and Bills."
I said the Chiefs
they lost the Chargers. They lost the Bills. They beat the Ravens.
No, they lost to the Ravens.
Lost to the Ravens.
I thought they were 1 in.
Did they beat the Raiders?
Yes.
Raiders and Browns.
Let's just look.
In overtime.
Continue on though.
No, the Raiders beat them. No, that was last year.
Here we go.
They beat the Browns and they beat the Eagles.
Eagles, that's right.
I didn't even play the Raiders. We're stupid.
Yeah, we are stupid. But I think our fans already know that. Oops, I'm on the wrong week.
I was hoping to keep them in the dark a little longer.
Mitch, you are somehow only 2 games behind Toby, even though you only submitted 1 game last week. Toby's having a rough season. Are you aware you only submitted 1 game last week?
Yeah, I got really busy.
It takes 5 seconds.
It does, but I worked.
I played Xbox. I played Xbox with you last week.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it was the first time I had not been working, and I didn't need to think about picks. And
no, you're good, Mitch.
No, it's okay. You're fine.
Kansas City at Washington. I think Kansas City bounces back here. We know Washington's defense has not been elite. I think they handle Washington. So I'm going KC.
Chiefs. If they're not let me down for the 18th time.
This is, I think, actually the first time I picked the Chiefs to cover the spread.
I'm also going Chiefs. Mitch?
I'm going to go Washington. Kansas City hasn't covered a spread in forever. I don't know why that would change this week.
Because they're playing no bad team.
I'm
really
interested.
Top 15 quarterback.
I know Taylor Heineke is that good.
I'm interested to see what happens with this next game. Arizona at Cleveland. Cleveland's at home, favored by 3 points
right now.
And I don't know how to read this. They both have great defenses. Kyler looked bad last week. He didn't have to do much.
He was hurt.
I know he's playing hurt, but like, how much does that carry into this next game? You have to consider that when you're making picks.
This is a game that I thought would be the hardest one to pick.
Yeah, I think it should be one of the most entertaining games this week.
You can push.
This one I'm going to pick with my team I like better, and I'm just going to go with the Cardinals.
So Cleveland's just favored to win by 3 because they're at home. That's it.
Pretty much are calling it an even game, and they're giving 3 points to Cleveland because they're home.
I'm going to go with the team I like a little better, and that's Cleveland. I like the Cardinals, but I think I like Cleveland a little better.
I think Cleveland's a better team. I think Cardinals has a better quarterback, and Kyler could put the team on his shoulder and maybe run for a couple touchdowns. But the better team here is Cleveland, and they're home, so I go Cleveland.
Really? You think Kyler Murray is better than Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
I'm going Cardinals.
100%.
Do you?
Yeah,
Do you
no, of
think-
course I.
Oh,
Of course I think
okay.
that.
I was like, please, I don't want to have this argument because I'll treat you
Just-
like a real stupid.
Jake's
just the
walking on
way,
eggshells
just the
now.
way you said it, it was like it sounded like it could possibly be up for today.
Oh,
You're like,
no, I'm
I
just
think-
saying that's
I
like the
think
one
they've got
area-
a better quarterback. It's like,
They have a better
yeah.
receiver too, but I think everywhere else, when you look at the overall team, better line is on Cleveland. They'll win the battle of the trenches. Better defensive line is Cleveland.
I
Better
think-
defensive secondary is Cleveland.
I think Cleveland's got something to prove.
Yeah.
This would be a
I
huge
mean,
win if they
they-
got it.
Cleveland has had a heck of a schedule. They've been playing good teams like every week. Same with Kansas City. It's nuts. All right. Dallas at New England. Dallas is only favored by 4 on the road. The way I've been listening to some things that's going on in New England, I do not think we cover this spread. I think Dallas comes in and beats us up pretty good. Dallas'
me tell you.
defense is not that bad, and ours is.
If
And
it was
offense can
8
score.
or 9, I still would take Dallas.
Yeah. I might take Cleveland then. I don't think
Cleveland's
hard-
interesting. I'll take Cleveland in this game.
I'm sorry, Dallas. It's hard to see the Patriots getting blown out, but I think we lose by more than 4. I think we'll lose by 7 to 10 is my
I think
guess.
we
Mitch.
lose by a barking dog in the background. I'm going to take
Alright.
the Dallas.
The Dallas. The
We're all
Dallas
taking
football team.
Cowboys. We have had it seems like every time we've had a unanimous pick, that pick has been
Bad.
Doomed.
yes, yeah. Go ahead and start the next one, James.
Denver versus the Raiders, Las Vegas. I forgot
Hmm.
Broncos mascot for a second.
At
Th-
Denver.
This was a little hard because Vegas looked like a top team, and then the whole junk happened with Gruden, and now we don't really know what the new coach is doing. Like, is he just going to run the offense as it's been run? It was an assistant coach they promoted, so it wasn't a coordinator like we thought it might be. So I don't. It's a hard to. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Broncos just because I don't have a blessed clue what the Raiders are going to do. Heck, they could play better without Gruden, but I think the Broncos are a decent team. Teddy Bridgewater's back. So
Seems
think-
like a safe pick.
I think you're right on with that, James. I would take Broncos here.
the Broncos.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Yeah,
The
I'm with you, Mac. I
Raiders.
feel like the Raiders are going to come out and play. They were showing that they were a good team at the beginning of the year, and then last week they were just awful. So I think they're going to come back with a little bit more fire. And I think that they may not win this game, but I don't think they lose by more than 3 points. So I pick the Raiders. All right, Seattle at Pittsburgh. Man, this is not a game I look forward to
Yikes.
watching.
Oh, this is going to be. I can't
Didn't-
believe. I mean, I know. Ooh,
Didn't Pittsburgh mess us all up last week?
I don't
it's
remember.
an easy way to find out.
I think we all picked Cincinnati. Or who
Yeah,
Pittsburgh play?
Pittsburgh was favored by 1 last week, and
We all
um,
picked the other team.
yeah, most of us picked Broncos except Jake. He picked Steelers.
Well, I'm a genius. So
Yeah,
Is that why you're not winning?
That
Uh,
40-40 record.
better than you, James and Mitch. So you can shove it. All right.
yeah.
Seattle
that 40 and
at
40,
Pittsburgh.
That 40-40 record sucks, Jake.
I don't know how to do this. Like I don't like Pittsburgh and Seattle with Geno Smith. I don't like that either. And Chris Carson's also kind of injured.
It could be Blake Bortles in Seattle.
Really?
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense because Geno Smith was the one that played when he got hurt.
I know,
Oh,
but I
Seattle
saw
was
today
working-
that they're
Seattle
giving
was working out Blake
his
Bortles.
practice.
Yeah, they're probably working him out as a
For a
backup to Geno.
backup.
A backup to Geno. He
Geno
wouldn't come, he
breaks his
wouldn't,
finger.
he would
I'm
not
not
come
saying
in-
Blake Bortles is starting. I'm just
he would
saying.
not come in and start over Geno. I'll tell you that right now.
I think they should give it to RG3.
All right.
All right, moving on.
Enough of awful opinions.
I'm gonna
Wait.
take the Steelers here. No. I'm gonna take Seattle. I bet Big Ben sacks himself.
That's,
I can
that's
actually
actually
see that.
probably your best prediction you've made in a while. I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
That's so funny.
I think Pittsburgh is bad, but I think they can beat the Seahawks without Russell. Russell has been like the only good thing about that team for a long time. I know DK is good, but I think DK is good with Russell.
So you trying to trade DK?
No,
Oh,
I'm tanking this year, Mitch.
what are you doing, Mac?
No,
All right.
Jake, you said twice that you're trying to win.
Steelers.
In Dynasty Dudes?
Yes.
I was just trying to win that week because I was playing Mitch.
Oh,
Nice.
so you don't want Kareem Hunt?
Got beat by more than 100.
RB5, by the way.
Well, I had DK and Tyler Higbee go off, right?
You know who RB4 is, Mac?
Who?
Cordell Patterson.
Oh,
It is quarter up.
He's a wide receiver.
Nope.
no, he's not.
He hasn't played wide receiver maybe even twice this whole year. So
All
you're wrong.
Well, he lines up in the slot sometimes.
Negative, Ghost Rider. I've watched every game.
He hasn't lined up in the slot at
Not
all.
very much. I mean, probably more than twice. That was just
Yeah, I was
a
gonna
low
say
number.
once in a
Yeah.
while he'll go out there. He'll just line up out there.
All right.
All right,
Buffalo Bills at Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee's defense is pretty shoddy. Am I right, James?
Yes, they're absolutely. The worst part is their offensive line.
Now Tennessee can run the ball well,
Which
of
is
course,
crazy
with Derrick Henry.
because Derrick Henry's averaging like 130 yards a game right now.
Well, when you get the ball 65 times, it helps.
I just think
Yeah.
Buffalo is the best team in the AFC right now. I don't really think it's close. I mean, we just saw them put a whooping on Kansas City. I think they're going to put a whooping on Tennessee as well. So I'm taking Buffalo. I'm picking a lot of away teams this week.
Is,
probably not smart.
Nobody
Is-
circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, Mitch.
Is AJ Brown back?
He was back
He's
last week.
practicing. Yeah, he played. Last
AJ
week,
Brown
too.
played last week.
Julio
I
Jones.
just wondered if he was here
practiced,
this
right?
week.
Julio Jones practiced today, so he
Yes.
should be back as well.
Even if Julia's there, he's not there.
You watched her mouth.
I'm gonna take the Bills. I mean, what have they scored like 165 points in the first 5 weeks? They're just dominating.
Let me
I
ask
think-
you,
I think Bills win, but Titans win the spread.
Okay,
how do you
covered.
beat a good quarterback?
Sack him.
Pressure without sacking.
You break his collarbone, you break his finger.
That is the number one way. That is correct. Yes.
Injure him. You pressure him. You pressure the quarterback without having to bring pressure, without having to blitz anyone.
Yes, but that's not what I'm looking for. You run the ball and you don't give him the ball.
keep him off the field.
So I go Titans for that reason.
You just think that they're going to keep him off the field? Just have Derek. Just
And
keep him.
how do you expect me not to pick the Titans? I pick the Titans and Falcons every time.
Yeah,
That's-
but
That's why I'm 38-42.
That's not smart though. They're like number one rule in betting: is not to bet with your heart, bet with your
I
head.
don't win any money out of this, so let me guess the way I want to guess.
Okay. Yeah, but you're gonna make me lose money when the fans beat us.
We're depending on Mac. It's okay. Either he chose Titans as well.
He's 2 games ahead.
Yeah.
I've been making a solid comeback. I was 6-20 to start or whatever. So
Yeah, it's because you're stupid.
You were
12 and
22 and 26.
I was 12-20 at one
12
point.
and 20, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm making a good comeback. I'm on a hot streak. All right, moving
I
on.
was also pretty bad.
That's it.
Oh, that's all, folks. So this has been this hashtag BuntPodPicks. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Be sure to comment on Twitter. 1 second, Mitch, I'll get right with you. On Twitter or YouTube, your picks this week. It is free. It is fun. It's a great way to track and see how you stack up against the experts here on the Swinging Bunt podcast.
It is
Mitch,
free.
what do you have to
It
say?
is fun.
I just
It
want
is
to
financially beneficial.
Nice.
FFFB.
What do you have to say,
Okay.
Mitch?
Just for the listeners who may have heard me say that I don't think the Giants will win the series versus the Dodgers, I recant.
You think they're going to win now?
They're gonna win.
Congrats, James, on the Braves last night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Big dubs. Brewers fans across my school were sobbing today.
You
Honestly-
should have worn the hat today.
I should have.
Did you tell him to punch a wall?
No, although, dude, I had a girl come into class today with like bruise all in our wrist and her
Are
hand.
we still recording?
Yeah, we're recording. People, it's a podcast. I have fun doing it. I don't care. So, girl's got bruise all over her forearm. And I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, got in a fight with my mom last night, slammed my hand on the table, almost broke my wrist. I'm like, yeah, that's smart. I was like, I know a couple baseball players who have done that the last few weeks and knocked themselves out of the playoffs.
Okay. Okay. It sounded like you said her mom slammed her head against the
So.
table.
No.
Almost broke
She
her
got in a
arm.
fight with her mom, and then the girl slammed her own hand on the table in anger and like bruised her wrist and forearm up real bad.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I see that, I'm not asking what happened.
You ever heard of HIPAA by chance?
I just
Yeah.
said no names. No names.
True. You got to
Or-
wait.
CP.
Some person I heard of. My friend told me about this.
Can we get her
All right.
initials?
So nope. this,
Social security number?
this has been the Swing Bunt
Can we get her grade?
podcast. Please
The
go
date of birth?
ahead and be sure to tell your friends about the competition. It's been heating up lately. It's getting close. Is Roy still ahead of us, guys? Do you know, Mac?
Roy did not submit a lineup last week.
Oh, Roy.
Or he did, but he submitted it late.
Okay, but was it after the Thursday night game?
That's what I was trying to talk about in the chat.
Okay, yes. So remove our Thursday night picks
Why?
because we didn't publish the episode.
Yes, we did.
No, I did not publish the video.
Oh, not the
until
episode.
after.
But I published it on
Okay,
Twitter, and that's
so
where, like,
yeah, but not everyone looks on Twitter.
Oh, look
So
at that. I
go-
didn't get lost on it.
Go ahead
Y'all
and,
did.
and take off our Thursday night game, so that changes things. And
I went 1 for 1
get
last
Roy
week.
in there.
Okay.
I told Roy personally. He asked. He's like, I've been waiting for the video to drop on YouTube, and then he said, "Is Thursday going to count?" I told him no.
well, I
So-
DM'd it to him on Thursday before.
So the Thursday night game I had wrong anyways, right?
And you both
Oh.
did.
So just go ahead and fix that record, Mac. Sorry. And then get Roy's picks in there.
Go ahead
okay?
back and watch you go fix everything.
Thanks, Mac. You're the best. All right. This has been the swing bunt again.
For
See
the
you guys
night
later.
time.
Adios. All right. That's fun. I'll go ahead
We
and post
could. We
it.
probably could discuss that off the air, but I like it. I guess you can cut it out.
It's fine. I should have stopped
Maybe
sharing
the-
a long time ago too.
maybe the
Jake
part
likes it
about the
when we
girl,
argue
too.
on air. It makes for good
It
content.
does. It actually does make for good content.